Hello everyone, and good evening. Okay, so today we are on our first video recording discussion for our LAX2047 Group 10, that's for Poetic Society. Okay, so firstly, before we start digging further into our discussion, so we have to introduce ourselves. Okay, firstly, my name is Ahmad Asyraaf bin Ahmad Hashim. My metric number is 192425. You can call me by the name of Ammar. Okay, I am in the course of Human Development with Management for Faculty of Ecology, Human Ecology, and I'm in the third year. Okay, next, I would like to pass to Aiman Hakim.
Hi, my name is Hakim bin Zulkarnain. My metric number is 192264, and I'm a final year student for Bachelor of Science in Instrumentation of Science. And that's all, and I pass to Qurratul.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Qurratul Aini binti Abdul Jamil, and my matrix number is 193236, and I'm final year student of Bachelor in Accounting. I'm from School of Business Management and Economic. I pass to Rabiatul.
Okay, my name is Rabiatul Diyana binti Ahmad. My matrix number is 196590. I am third year now and Bachelor of Education, Science, Agriculture. I pass to Ellyca Usun.
Hello, my name is Ellyca Usun Lenjau. My metric number is 198189. I'm third year student from Bachelor Educational of Science Agriculture from Fakulti Pengajian Pendidikan. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll introduce myself last. My name is Akmal Hilman bin Azhar. My matrix number is 193277. I'm a final year right now, and I'm from School of Business and Economics. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
What course are you in, Akmal?
I'm in Bachelor of Accounting.
Oh, okay. So basically,
Numbers.
okay. Knowledge. Okay, so that's all for our introduction for our team members. Okay, firstly about LAX 2047 Poetic Society. Basically, this LAX is about expression of our thoughts in our minds through poem. Because in Poetry Society we have to recite our poem that we have made based on the groups given. So basically we have to make our own poem and we have to recite it as well. So our poem is based on our creativity, based on our what are we thinking about. And the topic for our poem is about the global issues that been occurring around the world, around the globe, either in Malaysia or in other countries as well. Okay, so we are about to get into, yes.
Do we each have to make a poem or?
Okay, no. Okay, wait. I will explain further about. So we have to separate ourselves, the six of us, into two groups. Okay, there will be a group A and group B, and after that, after we have separated ourselves into two groups, we have to pick two global issues, and we have to make a poem out of it. Like for example, the first global issue, for example, okay, about deforestation. So the group in the further discussion, group A will recite their poem about deforestation, and the following week, the group B will recite their own version of the poem of the same topic of the same global issue, which is deforestation. And then after that, we move on to the second global issue. For example, fisheries, global fisheries. So then we pass back to the group A to make their own poem and recite that. And then the following is based on the group B. And then our last meeting, group discussion, we have to do our reflection based on what have we discussed in all of our lab session, our discussion in the lab session. So about the separation of groups. So do you have any ideas on how to make or form our own groups? Do you guys have any ideas? Aiman?
Yes. How about we make it male versus female? For group A is male and for group B is female.
Okay, I kind of agree with that, but kind of too sexist genderism, is it? How about others? Do you agree with that option?
Yes, I think I agree because it's easy to us to discussion.
Okay, knowledge. So Qurratul Aini, do you agree with that?
I agree with that, but for the first presentation, can the male group do the first presentation?
Oh,
Is that okay?
chivalry is not dead yet. So we are as
I thought
gentlemen.
ladies first.
No,
I thought that was the general.
Nah.
it's okay, Akmal. So Ellyca, Usun, do you agree with that separation?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, thank you for the opinions about the separation of groups. So as we have concluded, the male group which consists of Aiman, Hakim, me, Ahmad, Asyraaf, and Akmal, Hilman. And the second group, which is the female group, the superior group, okay, which consists of Rabiatul, Diyana, Qurratul, Aini, and Ellyca, Usun. So for the arrangement, as gentlemen, we have to go first. Okay, so do you agree with that, right? Okay, we have to go first. So for the first discussion, the man, the gentleman, we have to decide our own form. Okay. Okay. So now we have done about the separation of groups. So now we have come to the topic of our poem that we have to decide. So what are the global issues that have been occurring in your minds and that has been happening around the globe in the past? I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a long time ago also happened to be. So do you have any idea who wants to start first about their ideas on the global issue?
Can I say first?
Yes, you may.
Alright, for my opinion, for the global issues, we will be discussing about racism, which are really a big issues right now, because due to Black Lives Matter issues in the United States recently, and also this is a really issue, global issues that been happening since our great ancestors, and I hope that for the future that this is not issues anymore, and I hope people can make racism away. For that, I suggest racism as our global issues.
Okay. Thank you, Aiman, for your opinion on racism.
That's
So
an
you're okay
interesting
with this?
issue.
It is a hot topic that has been occurring around the world, and Aiman has a good point on that. Nice catch, Aiman. Okay. Next, who else who wants to contribute about their opinions on our topic on global issues? Anyone who wants to go?
How
Can
about
I
the
start first?
Hold on, one by one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Can I
The
start
floor,
first?
yes, the floor
Okay.
is yours, correct.
Okay. Okay. My idea of our poem is ocean conservation. So basically, our planet is covered by water, right? And most of our population, some of them rely on the food from the ocean. And I think that people may be aware about the global warming on the ocean, in the ocean, but some of them not know about the conspiracy of the sea. there were a recent Netflix documentation about the title is Sea Conspiracy. Sea Conspiracy is about our human itself have overfishing and unsustainable fishing practice about this, and most of us not know about that. We just know that we just consume the food chain from the ocean, but we don't know how they do the food that come from the ocean. That's my idea. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, what a good idea from Qurratul, because she has been researching a lot about our seas lately. As well as we know, Qurratul Aini, Lieutenant Muda Qurratul Aini is also a Navy officer. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong, the Navy officer. So she's very concerned about our sea, okay? She's the protector of the sea. Like aqua women like that. So okay, enough with the joke.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah?
kinda like the part of the ocean and the navy, but not much. Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay. Okay, as long as we see as ocean conservation is a global issue and everyone has to be a main part of it. Has to be a part of it to conserve our ocean. Okay, next, who else would like to have a go? Maybe Rabiatul?
Yes, I'm agree with Qurratul because I'm suggest water pollution. Everyone know important water is important to every living things in this world. Without water, we can die. You know, water pollution contains harmful substances like toxic chemical and will contaminate stream, ocean, river, and lake. So we must share the awareness to everyone that we must to save the water.
Okay, thank you, Rabiatul Diyana. Wow, what a good catch on water conservation and to emphasize about water pollution. So, for your information, for you guys' information, the oxygen from our Earth, 70% has come from the sea. And that's a fact, right? It's not from the trees that has been planted. 70% is from the sea. So if the seas are polluted, so where else we can go for our oxygen, right? Okay, so who else would like to have a go? Akmal or Ellyca Usun?
Yeah, sure. I'll go next.
Okay,
Just to add to Rabiatul's point, yeah, she said about water being a necessity. It's one of the basic needs for humans, so it's quite an important issue, in my opinion. However, for my part, I would like to suggest climate change. It's a more general topic discussion for based on Qurratul's and Rabiatul's issue, but theirs is centered around water and ocean, but mine's more to in a general sense, because in
general
recent
matter.
years, yeah, it's in a general issue. Um, in recent years, as we all know, the temperatures has been rising. It's getting hotter all
Yes,
around the world,
agree.
and water levels also rising as the icebergs in the North Poles are melting quicker, because
At a
due to the
quicker
climate
rate.
change.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
and this is because humans' actions in recent years
Uh,
due
Hold
to the
on, Akmal.
industrialization.
Do you have
Yeah.
any scientific facts about this occurrence?
Ah, I'm afraid I did not prepare myself for that question.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay,
I only know it in a general sense. Yeah,
a
I've
general
read
sense.
about it
Okay, I
somewhere.
see.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, proceed.
I think that's all from me. That's my point. My issue, my suggestion issue. Climate change.
Okay, thank you, Akmal. Okay, so our last candidate from our members, or before myself, okay, Ellyca, can you proceed?
Okay, so everyone already said their interesting global issue. So now I have my own point, which is food security. Why I choose this one? Because food security has been the biggest threat to the overall health. to human. Especially last year, which is 2020, we saw the severe increase in global food insecurity as a result of COVID-19 pandemic is impacting vulnerable household almost everywhere. So actually the problem that we face, we aren't I'm sorry. The problem is not that we aren't producing enough food. We have more. We have a lot of food that, but there most people still lack of access of food because many people do not have enough money to purchase the food and cannot grow their own also. So this kind of issue, I think, give a very kind of big impact to all of us. I think all around the world, especially for our recent pandemic, which is COVID-19, is very, I think, the worst part in the food is security lah. Yeah, that's all
Okay.
from me.
Thank you, Ellyca, Usun. That is also an important matter that has been occurring around the world. So as for myself, I am kind of close to Ellyca's point, which is the food security. For in my point of view, I would like to emphasize the point of global issue, which is world hunger. As all of we know, around the globe, mostly people in in unstable geopolitics countries such as the African nations, the Middle Eastern countries. I mean, like the Iraqis, the Yemenis, and the Syrians. They are facing a world hunger threat right now because food are scarce to be found around their area due to war and politics. So, based on what Ellyca also has stated, food security and world hunger is important because the main thing for human is to eat, right? If lack of food, so we have nothing to eat, nothing. Our nutrients in our body will deteriorate. So I'll go for the world hunger. It is also a global issue that has been occurring around the world. Okay, so as Aiman Hakim has stated about racism, about the Black Lives Matter that has been happening in United States of America. Rabiatul Diyana has been saying about the ocean, the pollution of water, same as Qurratul Aini, which is the ocean conservation, and it also precedes with Akmal Hilman's point, which is the climate change. It's all about the environmental. And Ellyca Usun has been stating about the food security around the world, and as well as I have been speaking about the world hunger. Okay, so we all have expressed our thoughts and feelings about the global issues that has been occurring. So, which global issues that we have to pick out of the six, or maybe we can combine the global issues, right? So we have to choose about two global issues that we have to carve out a forum out of that. So
Yeah, I agree with you. I think combining the issue sounds interesting.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think it's clear that the global issues that we're going to choose is oceans or water pollution and also food security. I think that's seem clear because Ammar and also Ellyca soon talk about food security, and Rabiatul, Qurratul, and also Ahmad is talk about pollution of water. I think both sides have give 2 points, but so I think we all can agree that food security and also water pollution or ocean, what Qurratul you said just now? The terms?
Conservation.
Ocean conservation.
Yes, ocean conservation. I think we can choose both of that. Do you all agree?
Yeah,
um,
I agree with Akmal. Sorry, I agree with Aiman, sorry. And I think if we want to highlight about the global warming, we need to choose the specific one because global warming is actually come from the many factor. And I think if we combine mine idea and Rabiatul idea, it will be a good idea. Because I think Akmal idea is a bit general. I think, yeah, it's if you want to combine, maybe mine idea and Rabiatul idea it will be a good idea. And for the second idea, I think the Ammar and is it sorry is
Ellyca.
Ellyca, yeah, Ellyca idea is a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, so others, Rabiatul, do you agree with that? What are your opinions?
Yes, I agree with Qurratul's idea because it sounds good to combine our suggestion to take the what's climate change and your suggestion.
All right, but by that I think uh, for group A we will
Aiman,
prepare.
can I interrupt you
Yes.
for a
Okay.
second?
You can try.
I think because I was talking just now, my point was I cannot convey my point properly just now because you interrupted me. So I think I agree with the combining the point, the global issue, but Qurratul said my global issue was a bit too general, and my counterpoint to that is that it's I think with a more general issue we would be able to address more issues. So for example, if we're going for global warming or climate change, we could address from the water pollution, deforestation. So there's a more topics that we could discuss on rather than just focusing on water. That's what I was thinking of. But if guys are not do not agree to that, then it's okay. I'm okay with that.
Akmal actually has a good point because the more general about the issue, the more words in the poem that we can choose. It's not about the sea, it's not about only the sea. So we can discuss about trees as well, or maybe um, the temperature of the world of the earth. Okay, so Ellyca Ocean, do you agree about that?
Yeah, I feel like who just now I forgot the name. Sorry, Aiman. Yeah, Aiman tell that we have to like talk about global I mean global warming. Sorry, no global warming. What just now? Sorry, I forgot the term.
Global
That
warming or climate change.
global warming or climate change. Yeah. So like what you say. Later if we do the poem, we can have many words we can do and many topic or many
Yes, yes,
idea that we can create. Yeah.
yes.
So I think it can make our work more easier, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with the climate changing mhm, and the food security or whatsoever that might focus on the food security because I guess the food security and war hunger also have a huge idea that we can put in there.
Okay,
Did you agree with me?
okay. Thank you, Ellyca, for your opinion on that. So, as I can conclude, we have chosen the first topic of our poem will be about the climate change. Okay. So, and the second topic for our global issue will be occurring about the world hunger, food security. Okay, so, okay, now our next video discussion, we have decided that Group A will be consisting of the males in the discussion, and the Group B will be consisting of the females. So the males we the Group A in next week, um, we have to make our own poem, and we have to recite it as well. And the other group, the opposing group, they will have to be an audience, and maybe the critics for our poem, maybe the character, or maybe they have to give their honest review about the poem that has been done by the group A. Okay, that is for our next group discussion. Okay, yes.
Ammar, sorry to interrupt. Which group issues that we discussing or we are going to make a poem for our next video?
Okay, so as I have decided as a moderator, I suppose, okay, next week we will be doing about the climate change. Climate change is the general topic, so we can talk about sea pollution, water pollution, or maybe deforestation. So it is general, this is the general topic. So we have our freedom of creativity, okay? And then
Okay, thank you.
welcome. Okay, so, okay, do you guys have any last words before we end our discussion? Any last say?
No, no, Ammar.
None from me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I guess everyone has stated their own opinions and words. Okay, I guess that's all for our LAX2047 Politics Society Group 10 for our discussion for this week. Okay, I hope I can see you guys next week for our next session. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you everyone. Goodbye and good night.
Bye.
Okay, thank you everyone. Bye
And
bye.
happy
Bye.
fasting everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Happy fasting.
Okay.
Happy
Alright.
fasting
Happy fasting
too.
for all of you.
Thank you, so.